Normally, when I begin these GM mode episodes, or when I end it, normally sometime during these episodes, I say something along the lines of, and make sure you watch the last episode, or don't, do whatever you want. This time, however, I as a responsible host must implore you to watch the last episode of GM mode, because I need you to understand how frustrated and angry and defeated and demotivated I was at the end of last episode. So go ahead, open up a new browser window, open up my channel in that new tab, watch even just the last little bit of my last video. I'll wait. Did you watch it? Well, if not, man, let me tell you what happened. Undertaker lost the Buried Alive match to Kurt Angle, which in this GM mode game means I lose Undertaker for a while. He kind of just vanishes off of my roster. Pretty much my top guy gone. Also on that show, Batista got hurt because I put pretty much all my guys in Hell in a Cell matches. I had 10 wrestlers, which is half my roster, in Hell in a Cell matches here. Christian got injured minorly, so I could still use him, but you really shouldn't. Big Show got injured, also minorly, so you could still use him, but probably shouldn't. But Batista's on the shelf for a month. So I am down 2, upper mid-carders. So I don't want to use Big Show and Christian while they're hurt. I'm down 2 main event guys, because Batista is out of action for 4 weeks, as you can see. Big Show and Christian I got to use very sparingly, if at all, for 3 and 4 weeks, respectively. So at the end of last episode, I need you to understand just how dejected I was. And I need you to understand that because it holds in sharp contrast to how I feel now. Let's take a look at our champion screen. Shelton Benjamin, WWE champ. This guy's been on the come up for a while. He finally won the big one. I got a solid tag team as my tag champs. I got a solid Intercontinental champ. I have one of the greatest women's champs of all times. Things could be a lot worse here. And even if I... excuse me, I'm a little sick today. You're going to have to deal with the coughing. Sorry. I still have Cena. I still have Orton. I still have my top girl. I still have Shelton and Booker, who have been on the come up and have been talking about putting in the main event. Well, guess what? They're going there now. Still have Flair. I still have Stacy. I can do some decent things here. I am choosing now, today, in the illuminating, enlightening sunshine of a new day in October, to see this as a positive. I have a chance to start over a little bit. I don't know how long I'm going to play today. Usually I like to have a plan. I'm going to play to this show. I'm going to play to that show. The next pay-per-view is Armageddon, which is a SmackDown pay-per-view, and then after that is New Year's Revolution. So I'll probably play until New Year's Revolution, I think is what I'm going to do. I believe at New Year's Revolution, there's an Elimination Chamber match. So I'm going to maybe try to, beginning in the month of December here, give my guys a little bit of a rest. So I can put my top players in there. Batista will be back by then, which is good. He'll be in there for sure. So for now, you know what? This week, we're going to do a little bit of rebuilding. I'm going to check on what rivalries I still have going, which is really none of them. This one has to end because Batista's hurt. Christian's hurt, so this one's going to end. Big Show's hurt, so this one's going to end. Cena, Orton could theoretically keep going. But I think I want to mix things up a little bit, because my 4 main eventers for the entirety of this show pretty much have been Cena, Orton, Undertaker, Batista. And those 4 have been feuding in various combinations for pretty much forever. So we're going to mix things up. We're starting from scratch. We're doing all new rivalries, all new everything. So here's what we're going to do. Main event. WWE Championship, our new champ, Shelton Benjamin, against either Orton or Cena. Randy Orton's at a 91. John Cena's at a 92. Here's what we're going to do. Who deserves it more? They both lost at this show, because they both lost in the Hell in a Cell. Let's see last week Raw. John Cena. Okay, so John Cena was the most recent champ, so we're going to go with Cena. Cena-Shelton for a while is going to be the WWE Championship rivalry. Cena, Shelton, WWE Championship. Our semi-main event rivalry is going to be Booker, Randy, my other 2 top guys. We need a decent Intercontinental Championship rivalry. If I sort by inactive here, Ric Flair It would be Trish, but women can't compete for men's championships in this game. Big Show is minor injured, so it's not going to be him. We're going to give him some time off. Ric Flair is the champ. Can't be Tori or Stacy for the previously stated reasons. Christian's minorly injured, so Doug Basham is up next on the list. Match 4, Doug Basham, Ric Flair, Intercontinental Championship. And I'll tell you what, to keep these guys on the show, because they start getting a little bit pissy if they're not on the show for too long, we're going to do Ric Flair with Christian versus Doug Basham with Big Show, just to keep our minorly injured guys on the show, but in a place where they're not going to get hurt too much. Intercontinental Championship, obviously, on the line there. Let's get our Women's Championship feud going. I don't have one right now, correct? Correct. So we're going to do, I don't remember what the last one was. I'm going to go, in order to determine this, I'm going to go into my roster. I'm going to check on morale for the ladies. Daivari's unsatisfied because he can't win. What tends to happen is I have 3 women. I have Stacy, Tori, Trish. And I have 2 of them feuding with each other for the belt. And I have the other one feuding with a man. And the one that's feuding with the man, after so long, starts to say, hey, I want a championship match. But you know what? We're going crazy mode today. Not free agency. Proposed trades. SmackDown. Lita's at a 73. And you know what? I want her. So we're trading Lita. And you know what? I'll give you Big Show. He's hurt right now anyway. Trade. Do it. They're going to accept that, right? Yep. So we got Lita. I've wanted Lita forever on this show. I've talked about getting her. And now we've got her. It's erased the match that Big Show was in. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a singles instead for that. I'll do Doug Basham versus Ric Flair with Christian Intercontinental Championship. Get that feud going. And here in match 3... well, who's the women's champ right now? Trish. So we're going to do Trish and Lita. The rivalry everyone's been waiting for. We're doing it. Who's left? Who's left? Tori, Stacy. They need a feud. We'll get Tori and Stacy going in a feud. Maybe eventually we could have our first ever women's fatal 4-way in this GM mode. If the code allows that for the game. Because the women are allowed to do so few things in this. Who's left now? Daivari's hurt. We're not using him. Right? Daivari's injured? No, Daivari's fine. Christian and Big Show were hurt, not Daivari. Daivari's good. So we'll do Daivari and Orlando, I guess. Okay, well, here's what's up with the rest of my guys here. That is, Daivari and Jordan are a tag team. Regal and Tajiri are a tag team. Jindrak and Heidenreich are a tag team. So, do I want to get my tag teams all in a feud? And then I'm left with Edge, unfortunately. Just kind of a guy on the outside. So you know what? No, here's what we'll do. I'll put... Edge usually teams with Christian, so I'll make this a double manager match. Edge on one side. Christian on the other side. And we're going to retain Doug Basham and Ric Flair. Let's say the story for this is Edge and Christian both have bets on who's going to win this match. And so in a funny comedy way, they're trying to mess with the odds. Boom, there's that. So we'll use the first we'll use the first match, because we only have one left, to get our tag team going, our tag team stuff going. So here's what we're going to do. We'll do a singles. It's no manager. We're going to do... Here's what I'm thinking. Are we going to put tag team partners in feuds with each other, or are we going to put... Yeah, no, that's what we're going to do. That's absolutely what we're going to do. So we're going to do Daivari versus Orlando Jordan. If you can't tell already, I am locked in today. I think I went into the filming of last episode a bit lackadaisically, and I think it cost me. So today, I am locked in. I am laser focused on making good decisions. I'll do a little main event hype. And you know what? We'll do a little starter rivalry with our other slot. And we are going to put another tag team. We're going to do Heidenreich and Mark Jindrak, our other tag team. Mark Jindrak really isn't picking up in popularity like I hoped he would. Let's run it. Is this the best ratings show? Maybe, maybe not. Not a lot of gimmick matches, kind of a lot of one-on-one standard fare. Cold matches without feuds behind them. But it is what it is. Get all these feuds going. Lita, on her first night, is the women's champion. All she needed was a chance. Doug Basham, new Intercontinental Champion. Booker T wins. Shelton Benjamin retains that WWE Championship, which is good for me, because as much as Cena has been a reliable top guy for me, the more Shelton wins, excuse me, and the better run he goes on with this belt, the more popular of another top guy I have. And what the hell is this? Okay, minor injury for John Cena. Not the end of the world. Successful title defense, Shelton Benjamin. Carlito, that SmackDown stuff, don't care. Booker T, shined bright. Yes, he did. Any emails? No, nothing I care about. Anyone in free agency I should sign? Nope. Rivalries. I got 7 of them going. Good stuff. Oh, good stuff, baby. Lovely stuff, baby, as my new enemies, the Lankadors, would say. Alright, we're in Anchorage, Alaska this week. Decent show last week. Trish and Lita should have swapped these two. They did a pretty good rating there. Alright. We got a lot of money. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to double check on my roster here too. I got some contracts coming up. I got a little bit of disposable income, as they call it. 3 months for Christian. 6 months for Lita. Yep. I don't even know if there's that much time left in the game, actually, but Edge, 3 months. Shelton, new champ, 3 months. Alright. Good stuff. Schedule, boom. Let's get an advertising promo going, recoup some of that money. Now, who's hurt? I have some new people hurt. No, I don't. Just Cena. Yes, I do, but only one person, not people. Cena's hurt, minor injury, so I'm going to try to chill on Cena for a little bit. Edge is not involved in a rivalry at the moment. So maybe him and Shelton could have a little match this week. Who's Orton feuding with? Orton's feuding with Booker. So main event is going to be singles manager match. We're going to do Shelton Benjamin versus Booker T. Where's Booker? Booker's there, so I got to get him out of there. We're going to do Shelton with Randy versus Booker with, where is he? John Cena. Keep Cena on the sidelines for a week. WWE Championship match. Boom. Alright, so there's our top 2 feuds represented. That's on there, and Cena Shelton is on there. We got Jordan and Daivari in a feud. We got Jindrak and Heidenreich in a feud. 2 of our tag teams. So that's going to be our opening match. Can they do a crazy opening match gimmick-wise? Check on some fatigues here. Heidenreich is good. Mark Jindrak is good. Orlando Jordan is not so great. Daivari, not so great. So no, they're just going to do a standard fare tornado tag team match. No, they're actually, yeah, tornado tag elimination match. Mark Jindrak, Heidenreich. Daivari, Orlando Jordan. My brain is going to 1,000 miles an hour right now, if you can't tell. Match number 2, singles match. William Regal and Tajiri. Get that tag team in a feud as well. Then we got 3 tag teams all in feuds with each other. We could really get to playing with the tag division. The tag division is heating up here on Monday Night Raw. Alright, what's left? What other feuds are left? I need the 2 women's feuds. Can the women do a match? Can Trish and Lita do... Wow, I really have not that many guys left. Lita, Trish, 60-minute Iron Man. They're both pretty good in the fatigue department. That's the only gimmick match they could really do. 60-minute Iron Man, Trish and Lita. Trish, Lita, boom. Women's Championship. Who's left? Who's left, baby? Who's left, baby? Sort by inactive here. I want to get Christian in a managerial role somewhere. Okay, so we could do, same as last week, we could maybe do Stacy versus Tori with Edge and Christian as managers, and then Rick and Danny in a singles match. So we're going to put, as match, whatever this is here, we're going to do the ladies. We're going to do Tori and Stacy. Can they do a gimmick match? No, we're just going to keep it singles. We'll do one next week for them. But I didn't put the managers as I wanted. Stacy, Tori, managed by Edge, Christian. Advertising promo. You know what? I'm going to use this one to start a rivalry with Edge and Christian. Boom, baby. All right. We're in good shape. I'll keep doing this shtick with them until Christian's healed up, them managing other people's shtick. And then I'll get them going back in the tag division again. This one is going to be Danny and Ric Flair. Can they do a gimmick match? Ric Flair maybe shouldn't, so we're not. We're going to play it smart. We're not taking big swings this time around, even if I feel like it. Flair, Basham, IC title. Excuse me. There's our show. Boom. Let's go. Our staple tag team wins the opening match. William Regal bests Tajiri. Now they're feuding. I can get them in some tag stuff. Ric Flair wins back, I think, the championship. Tori and Edge. Lita retains. Grueling 60-minute match. And somehow the audience still has stamina for Shelton and Booker. WWE Championship main event. Booker T wins the championship. Cool stuff. All right, let's get it. Oh my God. Daivari's out now. 11 weeks. Daivari's out for 11 weeks. Now, hold on a minute here. How many weeks are left in this game mode? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So by the time he gets back, I only have him for like 4 more weeks. So you know what? We're trading him to the other brand. Proposed trades. Let's get him out of here. He's hurt. He's leaving. He's at a 61 popularity, so they're going to take someone lower than that. So who do I want? They won't give me Chavo. Looks like Paul London's my best bet. We're doing it. Trade declined? Wait, can I fix this angle a little bit here? I don't know. Oh, that's worse. I'm making it. I should not have touched anything. I made everything worse. I fucked it all up. Alright, hold on a minute here. Let's get out of here. Let me go back to my reset screen. You're getting some inside baseball here. This is the screen I start every episode on because it's good for getting the camera settings what I want them to be. Alright. Fucking with the camera no more. They won't take my trade. Do they know what I'm trying to do? Do they see through my game here? Let's see. What if I do Daivari for someone less than... What if I do for, like, Muhammad Hassan? Let's see if they do that. Trade declined. They know exactly what I'm trying to do. They see my game. Is there anyone in the free agency? Man, the next best bet is Steven Richards, who's quite low popularity there. Man, so I might just be saddled with Daivari here. I might just have to have an empty spot on my roster, lest I release him and hope that somebody else fills that spot, which was a pretty big spot. He was a perennial 60s popularity guy. Man. All right, let's lock in here. We'll figure out a plan for Daivari maybe another time. Right now, what's going on? Injury return promo. Batista's coming back soon. Let's do that. I got Batista back next week. That's good stuff. Rivalries. What do we got going on? What's going on? That's going to have to end, unfortunately. Main event. Is Booker healed yet? Is Randy healed yet? Whoever's hurt, are they healed yet? Booker was never hurt. Cena is not. That's what I was thinking of. Cena is not healed yet. How did the match last week do? All right. Trish and Lita was a little bit better. So tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. This week, main event, singles manager. We're doing the same thing, except we're doing Shelton Benjamin, Randy Orton. No, that's not true. We're doing Booker and Randy Orton. Booker will have John Cena. Randy will have Shelty Benji. WWE Championship. Boom. This is a hot main event scene we got with these 4 guys. What else? No, that's not what I meant. Rivalry. Booker, Randy, Edge, Christian. We got to get managing some people. We'll have Edge and Randy manage Lita and Trish. Regular singles this week for them. We'll give them a little break. Nope, manager I need. Singles, manager. Lita. Trish. Edge is already there. Christian. Boom. Do I want to switch Edge and Christian so Edge is managing Lita? Yes, but I don't think I'm going to do that because this game doesn't care about stuff like that. Our tag guys are all feuding, right? Edge and Christian, but Christian's hurt. But our other three teams, actually there's only two. Regal, Tajiri, and Jindrak Heidenreich, because Daivari now hurt, leaving Orlando Jordan stranded. Can my current tag guys, Heidenreich's fatigue is good, Jindrak's fatigue is good, Regal's is good, Tajiri's is good. Opening match, Hardcore Tag Team Championships. Hardcore, Tornado Tag. We're going in. Regal, Tajiri, Jindrak, Heidenreich. And if Jindrak loses this match, I'm sorry, he's got to go. He's getting really low there. He's at a 24, I notice now. Not good. Not going to work for me. It doesn't work for me, brother. Taker. I have Taker back? Wait a minute. I just went in here and I see Undertaker. He's back? He's back? Undertaker is back. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So when they're both back, I'll put Taker and Batista in a feud. But for now, I'll have Undertaker make his return in the middle of the show. Undertaker versus Orlando Jordan, who's currently flapping about in the wind. Who does that leave me with? These four. And how many matches do I have left? 1, 2 matches left. Alright, so they're both going to get their own match. We'll do some main event hype. Injury return promo. I like it. So here we'll do a, how are all four of their fatigues looking? Pretty good except Flair. So the women will do a gimmick match. Here we'll do a singles, Doug and Rick. Doug Basham, Ric Flair, IC title. And here, last week we got a 60-minute Iron Man. This week we'll do 60-minute Ultimate Submission. Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson. Boom, 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 boom. Fire that shit. Excuse my language. Oh, I didn't put the titles on the line. Well, are they even the champions? Regal and Tajiri? I meant to. Man, so, if I did what I intended to do here, Jindrak and Heidenreich would be the tag team champions. That's noteworthy. Ric Flair, Intercontinental Champion. Stacy Keibler wins. Orlando Jordan defeats The Undertaker. Is it push time for Big OJ? Maybe. Trish Stratus wins back the Women's Championship. Booker T retains the WWE Championship. What a show. Trade rumors. Man, SmackDown won this week. They won the fans this week. Batista's return is getting some hype, thanks to me. Full recovery. Batista's back. Any free agents I should know about? No. Who's the current tag team champions? It is Regal and Tajiri. So you know what? We're doing a rematch this week for those championships. And you know what? Next week, or by the time I get to the next episode of Raw, this will have happened. Armageddon will have happened, which is a SmackDown pay-per-view. So you know what? I'm going to treat this episode a little bit like a pay-per-view. Who is super fatigued? Another injury return promo. Okay, Batista's next week. He's not back yet. Okay, a lot of low fatigues here, which I like to see. Doug Basham and Ric Flair. No, Ric Flair's up there. He shouldn't do anything too strenuous. Cena's got a full recovery. So you know what? Main event tonight. Let me double check fatigues first. Shelton and Cena are okay. Orton's not so hot. Booker. Where is Booker? Okay, so just regular Fatal 4-Way then. I was going to do maybe like a tables match or something. But we're putting all our top guys in there. Shelton, Booker, Randy, Cena, WWE Championship, baby. How are Trish and Lita doing? Fatigue-wise. You know what? No. We're doing 2 Fatal 4-Ways, baby. Yes, we are. Trish, Stacy, Lita, Tori, for the first time ever on Monday Night Raw, there's a fatal four-way match for the Women's Championship. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Who's left? Who's left that's healthy here? Christian probably shouldn't be used, so we'll tack Edge and Christian onto something again. We'll tack them onto the opener, as a matter of fact. Can I do a main event hardcore with manager? Tornado tag. No, I can't. Can I do a steel cage with manager? Tornado tag. No. Can I do a TLC with manager? Tornado tag. No. Iron Man. I can't do an Iron Man tag at all. Can I do... Okay, I'm just going to do a regular tag with manager for the opening. Elimination tag. Tornado tag. Can't add managers to that. Tag team. Elimination tag. I don't think I could do managers. I got to do just regular tag. All right. William Regal, Tajiri, with Edge versus the rightful champs, Heidenreich, Mark Jindrak, with Chris John. Tag team championships, as it should have been last week match. Okay, who's left? Who's left? Who's left? Flair, Basham, who are feuding. Undertaker, Jordan, who are feuding. How many matches do I have left? I have 3, so I don't have enough matches. I gotta break up one of the 4-ways. Gotta break up one of the 4-ways. I think maybe this is the 4-way to break up. Who's the champ right now? Booker. So main event. Booker, Orton, WWE Championship. Semi-main, Cena and Shelton. We'll move the women's fatal 4-way to here. Lita, Trish, Stacy, Tori. Boom. Throw some main event hype on that. And now I have Undertaker Orlando, and I have the tag team, or the Intercontinental rather, rivalry. We're gonna do a little ladder match. Not terribly high fatigue. Undertaker, Orlando, Jordan. And what are they climbing and reaching for? God only knows. Ric Flair's fatigue, if I remember correctly, was not looking too hot. So our second match will be Flair, Basham, regular one-on-one, boom. Promo 1 will, what are we going to do? Another injury turn for Batista. Boom, boom, title on the line. Boom, 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 title on the line. Title on the line this time for the tags. We're ready, I think. Let's roll. Wow. When the marbles were on the line, Heidenreich and Mark Jindrak simply could not hang. Doug Basham, I think, wins back, who knows, the Intercontinental Championship. Wow. 2 weeks in a row, Orlando Jordan beats The Undertaker. Big push time for OJ, maybe. Tori Wilson wins or retains or something. I don't know who's champion in this game anymore. The Women's Championship. John Cena beats Shelton Benjamin. I think it's not the first time that Cena's beat him. Cena might be doing the old Cena burial here. Booker T. Orton cannot get this championship off of Booker T. Probably a big fan change for SmackDown because they have the pay-per-view. 250. Yeesh. I don't think I have that much of a lead anymore. I'm going to check the fan support graph. I got to check on Tori's contract here. A full recovery for Christian. Christian's back. Batista is back. Tori and Stacy need re-ups. Okay. Oh, excuse me. 3 months. 3 months. Do I want to renew Mark Jindrak? No, I don't. He's had his chance. Goodbye. Taking his place on the roster will be... Oh, looks like Raw released Christy Hemme there at a 42 popularity. Do I want Christy Hemme? Or do I want a man? Do I want Rob Conway, who's 10 points below, but can compete in gimmick matches and for championships and stuff? I'll take Christy. And that's my full roster. There we go. Will they take Daivari off my hands for me yet? What if I give them Daivari for, like, someone real low? What if I give them Daivari for Rene Dupree? No, they see my game here. I fear I'm not going to get away with this one. as far as trading Daivari away. Do I want to release him, though? I think I gotta. There's really... By the time he heals from this injury, there's not that much in-game time left, and I hate to do this, because he's been a real reliable guy for me, but I gotta do it. And Raw's gonna sign him right away, or SmackDown is, rather, but you know what? They could have him. They could get 4 weeks out of him at the end of the season. And I'll sign Rob Conway, I guess. We give him a 5-week deal here, see what he could do. Alright, we got some new signings. Let's check out how the pay-per-view went for SmackDown. Great build. Chavo and Rene Dupree, Scotty and Muhammad, Eugene and Paul London in a parking lot brawl. That's a barn burner if I've ever heard one. Big Show. Wait a minute. Big Show. I traded. That's right. I thought to myself, how the hell did they get Big Show? I forgot I traded him over there. Chris Jericho. Trips. Cool show. How'd my show do last week? Excellent build also. This is a good show. Goodness gracious. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Lord Almighty. Alright, what's going on here? What's the plan? New superstar hype. We got 2 of them. We're using promo slots for both of them. Boom. Alright, what rivalries do I have here? I got a good number, and I could make some new ones with my new signees. Let's check on fatigues here. How's everybody looking? We're looking pretty decent in the fatigue department here. Orton and Booker are doing a tables match in the main event. That's one of the lower gimmick matches when it comes to how much it taxes you. So we're doing Booker, Randy. Hot main event feud, WWE Championship. Semi-main, how are the ladies looking fatigue-wise? Trish and Lita have a little bit, but they have enough to do an Iron Man match. Iron Man, we'll do 10 minutes tonight. We won't make them do 60. Trish, Lita. That's not a title match? Okay. That's right, Tori's the champ now. What other feuds are going? Edge and Christian we have. Regal and Tajiri we have. So semi-opening, we're going to do Tornado Tag. Now that Christian's back, we're doing Regal, Tajiri versus Christian, Edge. Edge's popularity is coming up. I like to see that. Edge is usually someone in this game, kind of like Randy, who it's not uncommon to see him win and win and win and kind of rise up there and become a main guy. It happens in many playthroughs. But in this one, he's not. Maybe he will now. Maybe it's time to start. Alright, opening match. We're going to get some new feuds going. I don't know what's going on, but we'll do, Here's what we'll do. We'll do Heidenreich and Rob Conway. We're giving these guys a shot here. Take the ball and run with it. Tag match. Who's left still? I know the IC title. I got a lot of guys left. And Batista's back. Okay, I might have to tighten up this card a little bit because I have a lot of people still left to book. This opening match probably cannot happen. So we're going to convert this to a 6-man Captain Fall Tornado Tag. That's what we're going to do. And it's going to be Doug Basham, Ric Flair on opposite sides as they are feuding for the IC title. With Flair will be William Regal and Tajiri. With Basham will be Edge and Christian. Boom. So now this match needs changing. Is Cena still hurt? No, Cena's good now, right? Nobody's hurt. Everybody's good. Except Daivari, but he's gone. Okay, so this match has to be moved because I have to get Cena, Shelton, and Undertaker Batista in here. Batista needs a feud. I don't know who's left that's not feuding with someone. Can can Shelton and Cena do a gimmick match? Everyone can do gimmick matches. Hardcore. Cena, Shelton. Okay. Undertaker and Orlando Jordan is a hot feud right now. Right? How are they doing match-wise? They're doing pretty decent there. Okay. Cena, Shelton. We'll put Undertaker tag match. Tornado tag. Undertaker and Orlando Jordan. Tori. Nope. Trish. Lita. I have 2 matches left. So who... Okay. 1, I could do Stacy Tori, Heidenreich Conway in a tag match. I'll do that here. Stacy, they're teaming up. Even though they're rivals, they're teaming up. Stacy and Tori versus Heidenreich and Rob Conway. I'm going to actually use this spot to start a feud between Heidenreich and Conway. Maybe there'll be a new tag team. Who knows? Okay. So I have 1 match left. Batista and Christy Hemme it is. They're getting to work. Alright. Let's run it. Ric Flair, William Regal, Tajiri with the win. Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson with the win. Batista with the win. Lita and Undertaker with the win. Undertaker's luck against Orlando is finally turned around. John Cena beats Shelton Benjamin. Man, Shelton really can't get one up on Cena. Randy Orton finally wins the WWE Championship from Booker T. All it took was a tables match. New superstar signed, you know it. Trade declined, you also know it. Fan change, SmackDown again, man. They're really... Alright, hold on here. What did SmackDown do last week? We put on a similar caliber of show. Yeah, I should have switched these 2, yep. Everything else is looking good. How many feuds do I have right now? 10. That's what I like to see. I like everybody involved in a feud. And they're all looking good. They're all looking good. They're all looking good. They're all looking good. Check on fatigues. Again, I know I do this every week, but I'm trying to play smart this week. Everyone is pretty good. Everyone's pretty good. Main event, we're doing that 4-way. I think we didn't get to do it last time, so we're doing it now. WWE Championship, Fatal 4-way. Shelton. Booker. Cena. Randall. WWE Championship. Okay, what else? Undertaker Orlando. What other big name feuds do I have? Big feuds. Big feuds. What do I got? Fatigues are all still looking good. You know what? Opening match. Main event. No, hold on a minute. I just had a major realization. My pay-per-view is next week. So I need 6 guys in hot feuds to enter the chamber. And I think I know who they are. Orton, Booker, they're in. Cena, Shelton, they're in. And I think Undertaker and Orlando Jordan are going to be the next batch. How popular is Orlando Jordan? Alright. I want him to get a win this week. That's what I want. To get his popularity up a little bit so he can hang with the other main eventers in there. So here's what I'm going to do this week. Main event stays the same. Semi-main, we're going to do... You see, what I want to do is I want to put someone as his manager, but then if I do that, there's 3 people in that match. Orlando, his manager, and Undertaker. And whoever I use as the manager, their feud will die unless I use a promo spot to keep it alive. Ah, man. I have to change course a little bit. I'm sorry. Here's what I'm doing. Semi-main, Batista, Undertaker. We're getting that feud going, and it'll be a short one by next week. But those are the guys I need to be in the Elimination Chamber. I'm sorry to Orlando Jordan, but I need that pay-per-view to bang, respectfully. So there's that. We're ending that. So we'll start Orlando and Christy Hemme at some point. That's what we'll do. What else? Booker Orton's on there. Tag stuff. That's right. Our opening match. We're going to do a triple threat tornado ladder tag. We're throwing our tag guys in there. Edge and Christian, William Regal and Tajiri, and our other team right now, which is who? We'll say it's Heidenreich and Rob Conway. It would be Stacy and Tori, because they won last week. But women can't win tag team championships in this game. I wish I could ROM hack this game, if that's the right way to say it, and allow women to do stuff. Who's left? Rick and Doug, Lita, Trish. Yep. Should we do another women's four-way? Did we just do that last week? I think so, but we might do it again. Because we only have we have 3 matches left. So if I do Trish and Lita. Okay. Match 4. Iron Man, an hour. Trish and Lita. They're workhorses, these ladies. Here we'll do a women's championship match. Iron Man, 1 hour. Back to back. Tori and Stacy, they came right up. Beautiful. Now I'm just missing these 4. So here's what I'm going to do. Match 2. Doug Basham versus... Where's Rick? Rick is there. Doug Basham versus Ric Flair. Managed by Christy Hemme, and Doug managed by Orlando Jordan. Lock that in. Intercontinental Championship. I changed my mind. Doug Basham managed by Batista. Intercontinental Championship. Batista versus Orlando Jordan. Here's what we're doing. Singles with manager. I just changed my mind on everything. Where's Taker? Undertaker versus Orlando Jordan with Christy Hemme. I know she's already over here. Well, she's doing double duty tonight. That's what it is. Promo 1 is going pay-per-view hype. Promo 2, main event hype. I feel like I don't want to kneecap Orlando Jordan's push in the way that I was about to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him a shot. We're going to try to get his numbers up a little bit. And we are going to try to have him in that elimination chamber. We'll find something else for Batista. There's never any shortage of anything for Batista. Let's see. Boom. Let's fire this. Heidenreich and Rob Conway. All Heidenreich needed was the right partner in order to win a little tag team championship. He finally did it. Get Mark Jindrak out of here. There's new players in town. Ric Flair wins or retains the IC title. Oh, I should have put Rick with Batista for this one. I should have had Batista manage Rick because of Evolution. Tori Wilson, women's champ. Lita, let's say #1 contender for women's championship. Orlando Jordan could not get another one up on The Undertaker, but he's getting a shot at the Elimination Chamber anyway. And John Cena is the WWE champ. So these 6 guys, these 4 plus these 2, minus Christie, that's my Elimination Chamber. There it is. Muhammad Hassan is injured. Okay, don't care about that. Fan change SmackDown again, man, that's rough. I got a bunch of expiring contracts here. Let me take a look at those. Booker, 5 weeks. I'm doing all 5 weeks this time, just because there's so little game time left. 5 weeks. And we'll deal with the rest of them when we get there. New Year's Revolution. Elimination Chamber. Did it already put everyone I want in there? I wonder if it automatically puts your top 6 guys in here, because with the exception of changing Batista to Orlando, this is exactly who I wanted. Randy, Booker, Shelton, Cena, Jordan, Taker. Boom. There it is. That's pretty cool. What other feuds and fatigues must I check on here? Alright, Orton. Alright, man. Alright, we're really hoping Orton pulls through there. Ric Flair and Doug Basham, they could do a little something crazy maybe. And so could Batista. So at match number 2, we're going to do a TLC triple threat. Batista, Doug Basham, Ric Flair, Intercontinental Championship. What else? I want the women's title on the line. So we're doing one more 4-way, and then we'll mix up the rivalries a little bit here. Trish, Tori, Stace, Lita. After that, I'll get into Tori and Lita in a feud, and Stacy and Trish back in a feud again. Women's Championship. I want my tag team titles on here too. So you know what? We're doing the exact same match, I think. Ladder, triple threat tornado tag. I hope these guys... Can I do this as a tables, actually? Just to switch it up a little bit. Tables, triple threat, yep. Edge, Regal, Heidenreich, Conway, big epic new champs. Edge, Christian. Alright, we got a good tag team match. We got a good intercontinental match. Got a good women's match. And a good, a pretty great, I think, elimination chamber. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to call it for the episode. Let's check out how things are going here. And let's go. Regal and Tajiri take the tag team championships right on back. Right on back from Heidenreich and Rob Conway. Batista steamrolls the current Intercontinental Championship feud and takes it back home to Big Papa, as he's known to be called. Trish Stratus wins the Women's Championship, I think off of Tori. And the WWE Championship, big drum roll. We got some hungry guys in here. Booker T takes it right the hell back to Houston, which I think is where he's from. Epic. How'd this show do? Orton got injured. Okay, I'll check on all that. Fan change. 650! 650 thou! That is what I'm talking about. Is that 5 stars I see? Is that a 5-star pay-per-view? Booker T emerged victorious. Yes, he did. Orton's got a minor injury. No big deal. Ink is still wet on the new deals. Great match. Blah, blah, blah. 2 minor injuries. We got Cena, okay, and Orton, okay. Worst could have happened. Worst could have happened there. Was that a 5-star pay-per-view I saw? Oh my god. Sweet Lord Almighty. Talk about a comeback. As Mike the Situation off of Jersey Shore says, the comeback is greater than the setback. And would you look at this pay-per-view? Would you just take a look? Would you feast your eyes upon this 5 stars pay-per-view? Wow. That is what I am freaking talking about. This is huge. This is how it's freaking done. And I'll tell you what, that's what I call an episode of GM Mode. I've been Ricky Harway. Thank you for watching.